There you go, back. Send it in your link, mate.
Last thing you need is people going below, so okay, Rice has sorted out the technical problem. I don't know what it was because I'm not particularly a computers man, so I don't touch anything. I sit here and wait for the pictures to come back on and then try and commentate for you guys. So my apologies, but he assures me it's sorted now. He's done what he needed to do, and here we go. Don't tell me, let's try again. Let's try for Clint. That makes a change. But yeah, like the last frame you guys have seen, Karl plotted his last red into the middle left pocket, virtually straight. He just needed to screw across the table. Just to go left with the back spot, and it's the one back. There's a yellow just with the back spot, to the right with the pink spot. Screw back, hit the one to the right with the pink spot. Half ball, he slides off it, and just leaves it on the back. He hits him forward, hooks himself, so just put it off the frame. Is the mic there? Not really, that's probably. Come on, touch it. Outside, try and plug it in, plug it in, turn it in, twice. It's even to it Try again. Is that any better? Yeah, maybe it's distorted. Okay, how's that? You just had another fidget with it since we reset it, and I think some of the other settings went back to 0 or there was a problem. So how's the mic now? Can you hear me, guys? Bridging over, tough shot. Needs to make it. Nope, ain't made it. and, well, that could be another frame gone. Knocks this long yellow in, then they're there, the game's at his mercy. Oh, that's better, thank God. That's better. Yeah, it reset it, but I think what happened is he needed to then reset with the mics and all the other stuff. They'd all gone back to 0 or whatever, I don't know. Tough shot, but it's hit the white. Clever shot by Clint. Cheers, Bryn Davis, Duffy, Jamesy. Yeah, just played a clever white there. Karl's forced into having a go at this red. Has he got it? Wow, what a shot that is. Great shot. That's a great shot, considering the circumstances of being 18-10 down. Couldn't afford any more mistakes. Really needs to start putting a few frames together here to give himself any chance in the back end of this match. $18-11 it is. For anybody that's just coming in, the scoreboard is on the left hand side where you can see John is now. There you go, 18-11. Yeah, my apologies. Well, apologies from Lice earlier on. A few technical difficulties for several minutes, but nothing's perfect in this world. Things can always go wrong. You try your best so they don't go wrong, but you know, hopefully that will be the last problem we have from now till the conclusion of the match. So again, apologies from the management on that one. No, there's about 3 supporters here for Karl in front of me. The rest is all for House of Nottingham. So, sad to say for Karl that... Yeah, it's back on, A couple of the lads here that are with Karl asked me if the stream's back on, and it is. But like I said, there's only 3 of them here, so you're not going to get a lot of noise for Karl. In fact, very little, to be quite honest. Albeit the score reads 18-11, but for me, I could really some of the bad luck or flicks that have gone the wrong way for Karl O'Donoghue has cost him at least, to my recollection, at least 3 frames. Change that round on the scoreboard and you're at 15-14. So it just shows you those little bits, plus a lot of try breaks as well. But not taking nothing away from Clint Irons, and he's played like a machine. He really has. He's gone about his business and mopped up time and time again. You can't fault that. He's just got to mind his work here. Can he afford any mistakes? I've said that before, but it's becoming even more important frame by frame as we're getting nearer to the business end of the match. Can ill afford any mistakes that he shouldn't be making. Speeding up here for sure. Man on a mission throws that shot right down on the floor. Didn't even give the ref a chance to go and grab it. He's going, he's could catch the red on the top cushion here, got to be careful, just ding this in. Good shots. Just made sure he got into it to not hit that red on the top cushion. He speeded up, visibly speeded up there, no 2 ways about it. Maybe the Budweiser's kicking in at last. The reason I say that is we all want to see a competitive game at the back end, even if you've not had a penny on it. So, Karl O'Donoghue here digging in. Maybe, if he can win a two or three more, could give us a real contest, nail biter in the closing stages. Good friend over here to my right has come down to view this one, Mr. Dave Atherley and Mr. Jimmy Hallam in the area. Nottingham's finest. I can't believe the Penguin's not here. The man himself, Mr. Harvey Elmhurst. But I'll have another look around the room and maybe he's just hiding behind a corner somewhere. No, can't see him. Never mind, Harvey. Catch up next time. A lot of other people in the room. Wayne Mays, Aaron Priest, guys I know here. And various other people, Dean Britton. And of course the rest I think are all local Notts lads that play in the leagues who I perhaps I'm not familiar with. There isn't actually that many here. I'd say in total maybe around this table 50 people, 60 at a push probably. Yeah, about 50 to 60 would be about right. Probably 70 people in total in the club. But it is what it is. Those that have made the journey or those that have decided to turn up to watch the game, enjoying the show that these two are serving up. There's been a lot of good stuff in this match, in the early parts of this match, and there's still been some more good stuff. But as it goes on, we all know it. You can expect to see more, some mistakes as the match goes on, because that's just the way it is. I can't keep dishing all night. Yeah, it's 18-12. Clint Hanson is the blue scoreboard, and Karl is the red, 18-12. So don't know how clear that is on your pictures, but you can clearly see the red scoreboard is Karl O'Donoghue. Just left the room to go for the toilet break, Karl O'Donoghue. So I say we'll just bear with it. Give Elias a shout. Give him a shout. Yeah. Your man on the phone that's done the stream.
Has it gone off again?
No. I just need tell you what. No, go to the bar. Just tell him I need. Mans need refreshment. Oh, it's hard work all this one sitting here, but it's always nice if there's a massive, but you kind of get the feeling if it gets sort of even close-ish, I don't know, 21-17, that sort of thing, 21-18, something like that. If Karl was to win 5 out the next 8, win the next session, 5-3. He would only be 4 behind, and you kind of get the feeling that the room's going to get a whole lot noisier. John Attridge has just taken a seat in Karl O'Donoghue's chair. Yeah, Nigel McDonald wants a bit of that, wants a bit of a refreshment by the sound of it. Come on guys, keep it clean, we don't need to be talking about that sort of stuff. McDaddy on here please, if you don't mind. Let's keep it clean, let's keep it sensible, and we can all have a laugh and a joke about whatever afterwards over the phone or in a bar somewhere getting drunk, but not on here, please, if you don't mind. Just we're here to spectate, on pool and comment on pool. Please, McDaddy, you're a good lad, but let's not bring any of that nonsense into what's been a superb match. We've had a few ups and downs, a few scrappy frames, but generally it's been a fantastic match. So let's leave that alone, mate. Leave that sort of silly talk to beers and everything else and people getting drunk in bars, but not at a pool match, please, if you don't mind. Okay, Clint Hansen to break. And that's a nice break-off shot again. Got him open. And he'll be looking to dish these without even a second look, really. Mind his work, they're all there. Don't believe he needs any cannons if he chooses a path carefully. He can just roll stuff in and just land on balls, and he's good enough to do that, as he's proved time and time again in this match so far. That's an excellent positional shot. Excellent positional shot. Look at that. It's perfect. Just drop the yellow into middle, and options are there. He's got options. He gets on that bad yellow at the earliest available opportunity. Okay, he's probably thinking maybe a tad straighter, but certainly it's a good shot, an excellent shot to get on it, and to be able to see that taking that one out of the equation makes the rest of the finish that little bit easier. Just pinching a little bit there. Wanted to be a bit straighter, like I said, but should be okay. Should be able to just lift the butt of the cue up here, maybe, or dig into the cue and try and pot the one to the left centre. Avoid the in off into the bottom corner and finish on the one that's just to the right of the pink spot. Couldn't quite hold for that one, so he's come back up the table, didn't feel he could hold. Still played a good shot nonetheless, or it's landed not too bad. Bit of work to do, obviously, but it could have been worse. But I mean, he could still play that one into the bottom corner pocket if he wanted to. You can actually see it. I don't really think he's got an option looking at this. I think he's got to take it on, because the one to the centre, there's no easy... I don't know, he's got to then somehow try and land on the one that he's nearest to now, and then trying to get from that back to the yellow isn't going to be the easiest shot if you don't land very nice. So maybe he's going to take... Yeah, exactly. He is going to. Made his mind up. It's there. How's the white? Shot that is. No, is the answer to that. Please, can we keep it sensible on here? Don't want any of that sort of talk. Don't want to have to start telling people to leave the stream if they're going to talk about narcotics abuse. Yeah, good shot. Oh, it's perfect. Yellow into the bottom corner then, and that should see him dish this frame to keep his 7-frame advantage. Just this black. It's there. The crowd's starting to get more and more into this now. They're sensing as Clint's edging ever closer to the line. Only 6 from the magic figure of 25 needed to win this match. The Irish boys can't really get into it because being overpowered by supporters here, it's very hard to shout your way or shout your man on unless he can sort of get himself back into this match and close the gap. Must have dished out of those 19 at least 10. I think 9, possibly 10 to now, I think. Either reverse dishes or 7 more clearances of Karl missing the opening ball, whatever it might be. It's been a great performance from Clint Hansen, and the nightmare continues for Karl. Look at this. I look to his supporters, I look back to each other. What am I supposed to do? You know. And anyone that's played the game will know that feeling all too well if you've played in comps or smaller money matches in your own club. You walk away from the table, it's just the frustration, the feeling is just, well, it's almost hard to bear at times when it's going like this, leaving droppings like these. It's a real disappointment, really, because what promises to be a great contest here, Karl O'Donoghue's break-off shot spoilt that, sadly. And all the credit in the world to Clint, because he's been close to flawless at times in this match. And such is the standard. If you keep breaking dry at this level, you just keep going back to your chair and sitting there shaking your head or smirking to yourself thinking, well, what do you want me to do? And right now he'll be concentrating even harder, really wanting to stick the boot in now and make sure no careless mistakes and really stamp on your opponent's head and finish him off. Don't give him any inkling or any hope of some sort of a fight back. That hasn't worked out. Doesn't have anything obvious here to go at. Be interesting to see what he actually comes up with here. Probably can't quite believe where he's landed. The only thing I can see is a thin slick on the red towards the yellows, into the cushion first, off the back of the yellow, the 2 yellows near the middle bag, and maybe try and pot it off the yellows, red into the cushion, or a back double maybe. No, not quite so. Chance goes begging there. Chance goes begging. Karl O'Donoghue. If there was ever a time you needed to make a finish, it's right now. It's right now. This is that time you could actually win, get yourself, kickstart yourself, and try and get back into this match. It has to be now. He doesn't like happy with the contact there. Thinks the white may should have been further out, but it's okay. Didn't look too bad to where I was sitting. From where I'm sitting there, still on that yellow down the rail. Any predictions on the score now, Mac Daddy? Does he still get to 20 by the time Clint gets to 25? Or is that £100 looks like it's gone up the Swanee? Yeah, good it. You kind of feel it's all about that yellow closest to the red behind the black spot. It might be an idea if he's straight enough to fire the yellow with the screw and try and fetch that yellow out. I don't know if he can though. Let's have a look. Yeah, that's okay. It's alright. I think the yellow passes the red. Oh, it's tight. I can see from the commentary position here. I think it just about squeezes past. It's tight though. It ain't a big bag. It may lock up and actually offer. It may lock up and offer the red to lock up with it and not go in. Somebody's got a hoover on somewhere. Well, he's had a result there. That means the yellow down there doesn't go. But he's had a massive result because the other red's gone into a safe position. So if the yellow doesn't go, this is that time to bounce it out. And it's advantage Karl O'Donoghue in the frame. Yeah, that's a good shot. It'd be hard for Clint to hide the white here. He's going to have to make his mind up and go for these. Pot the red, maybe deep screw up the table into the red. Or anywhere close to the red, maybe leaving a cross double or a double. There we go. Unlucky. Never mind. Yeah, absolutely. Northeast streaming, massive slice of fortune. Maybe, just maybe, Lady Luck might be starting to turn and give Karl O'Donoghue a better run of the ball. Who knows? It's about one of the few times he's got away with it. Well, that wasn't the best use of two shots you've ever seen. You're having a laugh. Wow. Wow. Unbelievable scenes. Karl O'Donoghue has a smile on his face there, as you can see in your pictures. He's thinking for 1 minute there, the cue's going across the hall. Well, I can't believe what I've done, but Lady Luck has smiled down on him at the right time. What a lucky fella there. If Clinton nicked that frame, 2012, well, 1913 it should be then. So, just this black for 1913. Yeah, it is actually, to be fair, Jason. Well, you can't please everybody, Lucky. Just keeps hinting this match. Is it going to turn? Is it going to be a twist in the tail? Is Karl O'Donoghue going to put together a run of frames and on the brake's going to start working, that type of thing? But there's no sign of that. For the most part anyway, where Clint's concerned on the brake, he's broke very, very well today. Hasn't had a lot of dry brakes and, for the most part, he's made a ball, I'd say, of 70% of 7 out of 10. Bit of a smile on the old face there. Ball goes over on the cushion. Still there though, twice across the table. He can land back on that ball, so he choose to play for it. That's not too bad. Got a shot at it. Maybe a tad further would have been better, but looking at where the yellows are, I don't think he'd be that upset because there's a lot of work to do should he not fail to clear. Just run out of position there. Calls total to the referee. So, positional error, end of break. Chance for Karl to do something. To be fair, he hasn't done a lot wrong in this match. He hasn't made that many mistakes, Joe Howie, whether it was poor or not. He's played very well, to be fair, the most part, Clint. Nobody's perfect. Karl's played well at times, but just those few mistakes here and there have cost him, not to mention the break for the up-team time. Yeah, of course, that was a poor shot, but you're always going to get a few in a match, aren't you? Nobody's perfect, as good as these two are. They're going to make mistakes. It's usually the case when people play for money. No look. That comes out in its frame, but it hasn't come out and doesn't have any kind of shot. So, just sort of resigned to the fate of, well, where do I try and put the white to make it even sort of difficult for the opening ball. A lot of people, some people over at the bar over there getting a little bit rowdy. But I think the guy just got a loud voice, to be quite honest. Swings and roundabouts. You get some good flicks and you get some bad ones, and that one didn't work out going into the balls. He hasn't come out on anything. James Karl. I think 3/4 of this room have got a plenty of faith in Clint Hansen. Yeah, not a lot for Karl to do there, just hide the white, be patient and wait for a chance. red onto the red, or even direct. He's hit the red good shot, but couldn't do a lot more than that, and was hoping maybe for a kinder flick and maybe even knock the other red in, but that would have been asking a lot. Overview of the game is that it was close at 3-1 to Karl, and then Clint just won 9 out of the next 10 to lead, not 10-4, something like that, and a succession of dry breaks and failed finishes here and there by Karl by the wrong flick and not having a shot or snookering himself, and Clint's been just like playing like an absolute machine, just picking off the pieces, methodical, calm, cool, calculated, and just kept taking out the finishes and opened up a sizable lead, and that's pretty much what's happened, alongside Karl having quite a lot of dry breaks and not getting those little correct nudges and correct flicks when he's been on finishes and getting himself into trouble. Just for you, Adam. No problem, Adam. Look at you, still listening, mate. I thought you were going to put me on mute. So, great shot by Clint, and Karl's still got the chance here. It's in his hands to maybe find this and leave a skill shot next. Here we go. It's not the best angle. Should have been straighter, but don't think there'd be not that big a deal to make the skill shot. Yeah, good shot. Yeah. Shout out to a certain lady that's lying in a hospital bed watching this. You know who you are. Hope you're enjoying the action. So just this yellow then. And that should be that for 1914. No danger, just drop the black in 1914. There you go. So it's now just 5 in it. Mac Daddy getting quite excited, I'm sure, about that £100 bet at this stage. Where's that bloke? Lucky 9381. Have you muted me yet, or are you actually happy with the commentary? I just wanted to know, being as you said I'm actually that bad. Yeah, Joey is, well, I mean, okay, he's top 5 behind, but he'll certainly feel, knowing him, watching him play Simon Fitzsimmons when he was a long way back. Karl won't give it up. Very determined player, got a lot of heart and belief, and he'll still feel that it's within his reach that he can turn this round. Yeah, absolutely, Joe. Not a bottle, Karl O'Donoghue. Well, he's made a ball, but nobody's a starter, that's for sure. And a miss at this stage with the balls positioned as they are could be fatal. I don't know, Jamie Frey. There's some guy on here that's what's his name? Lucky9381 says that some commentators are good, some commentators are bad. Where is it? Let's have a look at the comment. He's entitled to his opinion. This one is bad. Wow. And that was what I was fearing. No easy starter, and if you don't part off the break, your first ball after, should I say, you leave. Look at the table, he's leaving his opponent. Such an important moment with 1914, getting first there, 1915. Oh, that yellow's just gone next to the black. He's had a look, it may still go to the right centre. Yeah, cheers, Jamie Fay. Well, I don't like to be rude to anybody. He's entitled to his opinion. If he doesn't like me, mute the sound. Okay, still going to make a decent, find a decent pot here. Regain perfect position. He'll just be happy to be at the table, to be quite honest, off that break. Probably feared the worst, thinking here comes 1915. A chance to open up a 6-frame gap again. But you kind of sense Karl O'Donoghue sense that he can get back into this. He just needs a 10 or 15 minute period of excellence. Jamie Fay, you make me laugh. Important part of the match here, and he's played a good shot there. Just a little bit of care here, and the frame's at his mercy. Karl will be seething, sitting in his chair, made a ball off the break for once, but just didn't land on anything easy to get started. Took a slight risk on that part and didn't happen, and it's starting to look like it's going to cost him the frame. He's having the white cleaned here, dropping a ball in at an angle, doesn't want a heavy contact here and end up snookered. Thanks Robert Clark for the nod, much appreciated. Okay, ref's cleaned the ball, he just needs to pot this. It's at a slight angle, so he can't hit it hard because it could drop out or bounce out, so doesn't want a heavy contact. Needs to clear the red to be on the black. Here we go. Yeah, good shot. And that should be that, 2014. Yeah, stay, you can hear the crowd now, that's for sure. So it hurts, it's a kick in the teeth. You make a ball, you look like you're just going to start trying to make some inroads into this deficit. You end up on nothing easy, and you just want to get in first and try and run another rack off quickly and start eating into the deficit, but you can't when things like that happen, and then your opponent punishes you. And that's been the story, Adam Penwell. You know, those slight little mistakes, pushing the boat out, trying to get back into it. You make half a mistake, and he's like a machine today at times. A finely tuned one at that. Unreal, but just like clinical, like a surgeon going about his work with a scalpel, dissecting, drawing lines all over. the body where he needs to cut and be accurate and then re-stitch, etc. That's how clinical he's been at times. Very, very clinical performance. He's missed one or two, but not many. It's very hard to get back into a match when your opponent plays that well. Clint hasn't done much wrong, to be quite honest, all match. You know, and it's going to be hard to beat anybody when they play that well. Especially if you're not having the best of run off your breaks, which he hasn't had for the best part. Just waiting for Karl to return. He's just gone to the boys' room. And Karl's coming back now, so it's Clint to break. 20 racks to 14. And I have to be honest, without being totally and utterly neutral, because I don't, as I say, know both players. And as a neutral, there hasn't actually been that much in it, and it has been.
Wayne said Seb's in the building.
Oh, sorry, I beg your pardon?
Wayne and Seb.
Oh dear, listen, I've got people coming up to me showing me pictures. Can you send me that one, please, to my messenger, please? I've got a message from Wayne Mays to Seb Webb. All will be revealed after the match. courtesy of Dean Britton. First 25 young round. Yeah, I've received that photo, but I'm not going to do it now. We've got a match to commentate on here. Lucky 938, yeah, switch to a different dialogue. Fair play, mate. Top man. Now I can't even understand what you're writing, so well done, mate. Big round of applause for Lucky 9381. But we don't mind. Everyone's entitled to their opinion. Skill factor's more than happy with that. Doesn't bother me one little bit. It's fine. Young round. Nick Finn's a fantastic commentator. Everyone each to their own. I like Nick. Got a lot of time for him, so it's a fair call out. So, Karl O'Donoghue back at the table. Needs to try and make something happen. And he's had a heavy contact again. Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear. It never rains, but it pours. No, not at all, young. Nick's, like I say, Nick's a good friend. And an excellent commentator, in my opinion. I don't know about everybody else's. I'm with you on that one. Very nice fella and an excellent commentator. So, yeah, each to their own. Absolutely, I don't take offence to that. And I say Nick's top man, so fair play. Good shout out if you prefer Nick or if you feel that he is. And as I say, you're entitled to that, and certainly won't get any negative comments from me where Nick's concerned. No chance. Okay, so change of shot then. Had a heavy contact. White didn't run through. Gonna have to try and chop the yellow in. Do you know what? It's like when I said, when it never rains, but it pours.
First you get the heavy contact and the white don't run through. You make a great recovery pot from there, and look where the white goes. It hits the jaws, bounces out, anything but that, and the chances are he clears up for 2015. As it is, it goes in, and it makes, well, it just makes you sick really. If you were Karl O'Donnell, you just feel sick walking back to your chair thinking, do you know what have I got to do to try and turn, the gods in my favour out there? But it's not Clint's problem, and he's just looking at the table and going to go about his business as he has done all match. Cheers, Posty Boy, thanks very much. Yeah, it has J90, but you know what I'm getting at. It's like you can play that shot 7, 8, 9 times, and a lot of the other times you maybe hit the knuckle, hit the jaw, and not at that speed, should I say, and not find the direct enough. That went clean enough. Oh, he's okay, just about. It's just stuck to the side of the red. If it stuck a little bit higher on the red, he'd have been on nothing. So it's got away with that one. Certainly didn't play to go that close to the red, that's for sure. But it doesn't matter, he's still on it. Yeah, excellent positional shot. Cheers, Nigel McDonald, kind words, thanks very much. Adam K.A. Powell, or Kapow should I say. Well, I can always play to a decent standard, but the game wasn't like it is today, and Paul was nowhere near as big, and it was all EPA, tip-tap, tip-tap, tip-tap. Even Babto, you could roll to ball, you didn't need his cushion, so totally different game back in the day, and the Fudgers loved it. Good intervention, but where that white's finished, not the best, but it should be okay, should be able to just run through. Oh, that's got a little bit of rye. It's thin cut now into middle, very thin cut. And almost certainly he'll be either, if he misses yellow with a bit of side, he could actually cannon the red, or come from behind the red and kick it, but either way, if he misses yellow, he should be in the red, I think. That's right. Only one problem, he hasn't developed the red enough. If it had gone another 6 inches further infield, he'd have been able to just roll it in, but this is tough. Down the rail, I don't believe he can get it into middle. Very, very fine angle. If he goes for middle like that, he'll do that. Probably top bag. Maybe middle. Hard to say with this angle. Nah, nowhere near. Fair, unlucky Clint, unlucky. Gets a nicer cannon there, and that was frame over. But that's the way this match has been. Little flicks and cannons that don't go cost you frames. Karl O'Donnell knows that. I've lost count of how many he's had. But for that last frame, missing the ball after making the ball off the break, this would be 1916. I know it's 2015, but that last frame, you're in the context of what's happening here, you'd understand where I'm coming from, how big that frame was. It would be 1916, game on, Mac Daddy's looking good. Just going to go to the boys' room while the ball's being racked. Okay, I'm back. The enforcer, smart Simon Bulls. What a name that is to come on Messenger with on the live chat. Okay, I didn't see the break-off shot. I was in the boys' room, but obviously Clint's at the table that has got his work cut out here. Either set of balls, not easy. I presume he's on the reds and he's not happy. He's sensing here, I can almost sense that he's sensing the real danger, even though he's 5 in front. Karl who gets to within 4, can win another couple. It's very, very much game on. Some people would look at it and say, oh, he's 5 clear, but that makes the whole cosmic. I don't really know on that one, J90, to be fair. I'd have to look into that. Okay, Karl at the table, and he's got it all to do. Oh, what a shot that is. He hasn't had. I think drop the one into middle, yellow into corner, or yellow into corner now, leave a straight yellow to the right corner, play the skill shot. Perhaps do this way first. Oh, he's going to try and power this in and make the skill shot. Or he could pot this, kick one out and finish on the other. Options. Skill shot though, probably. And that was the problem with that shot. If you didn't make the skill shot, then problems. Yeah, let's give that away for me. I felt he should have played the straight yellow and then left another straight yellow for the skill shot for me. When you had the chance to get on a straight ball, to leave yourself a straight ball skill shot, why not take that opportunity rather than chance to look, pot one and try and kick one across to knock a red in. If it doesn't work out, you're knackered, so to speak, knackered up the job. Yeah, pretty straightforward stuff, not a lot to say though. Just as platinum. Big frame, massive frame. bit of a debate going on here between the enforcer Simon Balls and Black Belt. Clint's still 6 ahead. But like I say, that was a huge frame, and if Karl could have nicked it 2016. But, you know, missed opportunities, you rue those missed opportunities. If this match goes the way of Clint, how Karl will rue some of those mistakes and opportunities like that one to try and get within striking distance, because you kind of feel, you sense that get ahead of steam, that he's good, he's more than capable enough to make inroads and to get back on terms, or at least within 2 or 3 behind it, right at the death. And at 2 or 3 behind at the death, it's anybody's at this level. But at this rate, Clint is just going about his business, still 6 ahead. He's made a ball again. I mean, the break-off shot's been incredible today by Clintos. Really has. Made a ball so many times, at important times in this match. Just when you felt, you know, maybe, just maybe, if you're a Karl fan, then he goes and squashes all your hopes by making a ball at so many occasions. Clearly done his homework behind the scenes for this match, that's for sure, on the break-off shot. The real number one, eh? What a player. Giving it the finger. 24-17 last week. But I just kind of get the feeling there's a different class of a player out here today than the real number one. As good as he may be. Clint very much in the ascendancy. Just giving another shout out to a lady I know that's currently in hospital. Get well soon. Hope you're enjoying the action. Albeit there's a lot of ladies that do watch pool, so it's growing all the time, the sport. A lot of ladies players and a lot of spectators. So I hope you're enjoying the action, Karen. And just the simplest of yellows here then, really, and it's another one, it's 22-15. No drama, just drop the black in, 22-15 it is. And those missed opportunities, how they come back to haunt you. 2016 or 21-15, and then you don't take your chance, and then of course your opponent goes and break dishes to just rub, salt into the wounds a little bit more. And really now 22-15, well, hard to see really, hard to see, but never say never, that's what I say. Karl will keep battling and he'll keep going. You never know. Clint won a session in this match from 3-1 and won it 9-1 to lead 10-4. So, and who would have thought that at 3-1 down? So, you never know. But at the business end of a match, it's probably less likely than it is at the start of a match. One thing's for sure, it's These two are still going at it. Black Belt and the Enforcer still at it. Guys, I've had a bit of input on the game instead of arguing with each other on the stream. You know? Come on, guys, you two can go personal message, PM each other if you want to talk about how much money you earn or whatever you do in money matches, with all due respect. Both pool fans, obviously, so fair play. But come on, guys, let's have a bit more about the game. Karl O'Donoghue, then, looking to respond in kind. In behind the break. Nice for probably feeling... at this point, it's almost like, you know, well, nothing to lose. 22-15 down, just let the arm go and try and put some more frames on the board and see where it takes him. Yeah, good shot. I think that black goes to the left centre, just about past the red. So just stun the yellow into the bottom left, stun the other yellow into the bottom right. And I'm pretty sure he's having another look at that black. It's tight, but it goes. Certainly looks tight from this angle on my monitor anyway, that's for sure. Cheers, James Cole. Well, if he can miss one, he just needs to miss one when he's not leaving anything else. Can't miss one and leave balls, that's for sure. 22-16, but it goes back to what I said. You know, some of the frames that he's lost at 19-15 to good 19-16, or whatever it was, 19-14 to good 19-15. He won the next one to go 20-15. You know, those little frames by now, it could have easily have been a lot closer, but it isn't. And Clint's just going about his business in a workman-like manner, bit by bit, piece by piece, getting the job done. And those little errors are just costing Karl and not allowing him to get back on terms after losing all those frames earlier on in the match. No, absolutely, Carlo. It's never over till it's over. At the end of the day, it's 22-16. And even at this stage, as I said a minute ago, Clint won 9-1 from 3-1 down, won 9 frames to 1 to lead 10-4. There's nothing to say a few dry breaks, should they happen to Clint, and Karl starts breaking like a deer. There's nothing to say Karl can't run off 3 and 4 on the bounce and turn the match on its head. There's nothing at all that says that can't happen. But here we go, Clint to break. Has he made one? The cup break again. It's been effective all match for Clint. It's worked an absolute treat, and bar the black going behind the yellow, it's absolute drop-ins. The only ball that he's got to actually be bothered about is the black. Oh, here we go. George is back. George, You were saying earlier on about Karl this, Karl that, and, you know, and even now, when I look at the score, and I think there's at least, for me, I think, in all honesty, bearing on reflection of luck, bad luck, flicks, call it what you like, I think really a fairer reflection. Karl's had a very bad, poor run of the ball, to be fair, overall. Clint's had some bad luck as well, let's not forget that. But I'd probably say a fairer reflection at this stage will probably be 2018 to Clint. I think 6 is flattering, but it is what it is. Yeah, absolutely, Carlo. It is tough to get over the line. We all know how good Karl O'Donoghue is, or can be, so tried to free the black a minute ago, didn't work. It's all about that black. Big frame. Karl will feel if he can win this, or if Clint doesn't clear, and it's Karl to break next, you never know. So, it definitely needs a disturbance. Maybe he may even choose to leave an angle off like one of the last red, and go into the yellow and cannon the black in. Maybe that's the plan. It's either that or you'll need a disturbance, because that black definitely doesn't go. Oh, he stuck his eye off the red. Well, yeah, I think push the yellow over the pocket maybe is the order of the day. Don't pot it though. Yeah, that's the one. That's the order of the day. That's top steady finish from Clint. Good shot, Karl O'Donoghue. Bit of a game of chess going to go on here for a few shots. But he's got to be careful. Whatever safety shots he does play, he doesn't want to leave Clint an angle to pot a red and maybe free that pocket. So got to be careful here. As much as he's got control, but it's not control that's unassailable. There's a chance here. Clint's got 3 reds, so he needs to mind his work here. Can't take anything for granted. It's a frame I think he desperately needs to win. George, don't get involved in all this, please. Black Belt and the other chap have been at it for the last half an hour. Come on, guys, let's watch the game and comment on the game. No personal endeavours or feuds on here, please. Yeah, I don't think he wanted that. That's a bit of bad luck, timely bit of bad luck there. Could have done with that staying over the pocket, really. And forcing Clint to bridge over perhaps and pot the red on the bottom right corner. Time maybe to take the bull by the horns then. Definite shot now, I think, off the yellow. Off the yellow and running behind the black and the yellow. The referee hasn't looked to see if it's frozen. Okay, has he played it? Yeah, that's a good shot. Roy Lissa, thanks very much. Some guy here on Lucky earlier on saying that he thought my commentary was terrible. Have you got any messages for him? Lucky something 381, I think. Where is he now? Let me just have a look back through the comments. I've got a million comments to go through because the lads arguing with each other, but Lucky 9381. Needs a hit, that's for sure. He's found it as well, good shot. Bit of acknowledgement there from Karl O'Donoghue there, taps the table. Nice to see that between the players. Even though they're playing for 10 grand each, still acknowledges the shot. Good sport. And that's a good shot as well. Knew that if it didn't go in, he was getting the hole, so sort of like a sort of shot to nothing, if you like. If it goes in, great. If it doesn't, you get the second best and cover the pocket, and you've got control of the black pocket, so all good. kind of feel it's a frame he has to win. I'll tell you what he's looking at. He's thinking yellow onto black and bring everything out into play and try and clear up right here, right now. Here we go. And he hasn't made it yellow onto black onto yellow. But the way those balls come out, he would have been struggling if the yellow had dropped, because you can only see a slight edge of the yellow behind the black. And was it enough to be able to, was it the potting angle, or was it sending the yellow into the knuckle and across, leaving the black with an open pocket and 3 tappings? So maybe he done himself a favour there, but it not going in. People keep turning around to look at the big monitor over here, and every time they turn around to look at it this way, I keep thinking they're looking at me because of the volume. Very, very distressing. Oh, that's bad luck. That's a really, really good shot by Clint Hansen. But you know what? He's going to get a second bite here, that's for sure. Cuts his thread in and catches this right. It's frame over. Or could be frame over. If he can release the red. Here we go. Yeah, Jamie Simmons, we know it's you. Yeah, great shot. Yep, he makes it, and what a finish that was, 23-16. I think that, maybe that. Yeah, sorry about the language here. They're singing the song about the ship and... Referee cleaning his ball for the sweaty hands. Nah, he's got gloves in his hands, hasn't he, I think. I've seen him with a pair of white gloves in his hands. I'm surprised he isn't wearing them, to be quite honest, but never mind. John Attridge is still a top referee. George Turney's still on here telling people they're clueless. Absolute comedy value, if anything, if nothing else. The big dog telling people straight. Yeah, great finish, Wayne O'Connor. Can't fault it at the end of the day. You give credit, you have to give credit where credit's due. Doesn't matter if you're a hardened Karl O'Donoghue fan here. You look at stuff like that and you think, do you know what, mate, fair play, great finish. It looked like a frame Karl could never lose at one stage there, but I don't know, maybe he just, he played that shot a little bit tentatively, yellow onto black onto yellow. Maybe, and the yellow didn't drop, and it was the last shot he got in that frame, so... Gareth Potts played Chinese 8 ball. Dear, oh dear, northeast streaming. Yeah, he is Wayne Neeson, he is, his money match record isn't the best, but you've got to look at the players he's lost to. Wayne, he's lost to Jordan Shepherd, who's got one of the best money match records going. He's lost to Mark Boyle, and he needs no introduction. Clint doesn't get easy games, he has to play the best of the best. And if you get beat, you get beat. But it's not just make you a bad money match player. Such is the standard. That's just the way it is. North East streaming. David Rasley said, have a day off, mate. I'll come round and burn your ass down. Private joke anyway, we're not swearing. Anyway, back to the action. Karl O'Donoghue at the table. I see Jamie Simmons is here trying to make this stream all about himself. Anyway, guys, let's get back to the action, please. Let's talk about personal stuff. 23-16 to Clint Hansen. Karl O'Donoghue has it all to do here. He needs 9-1. Pretty much what Clint did at 3-1. He needs 9-1. It's a bit harder to do at the back end of a match. One thing's for sure. George Turney, stop it. Yeah, nice comments, Carlo. Needs a cannoneer. Pop the red into the bottom left, maybe screw back out and leave an angle on the red to pot into the right centre and cannon the black, leaving the path for the red above the yellow. Dubious. I think the cannon could be at the same time or in between both balls, releasing both balls. Either way, you'd still have the red into top if it went wrong. Got to hit it though. Here we go. And that's what's happened. Hasn't got on the red that he's played to disturb, and he's in big trouble as a result of that because he can't draw down on the white to bring the white back up. So really and truly in big trouble, and that's all because he didn't get the right angle. And for me, when he cannoned into those balls, perhaps in hindsight, which is a wonderful thing, needed a harder strike to bring the red off the top cushion and back. That could be that. Because Clint got the yellow over the green corner pocket, or close to the green corner pocket, and should he make that, the angle will bring him out to a choice of 2 yellows to the left centre. So just all about knocking the first ball in and then take it from there, and he'll rush nothing at this stage. He's 7 clear with only needs 2 more to get over the line. No, Carlo, it isn't everything he's tried to do out there today. Things haven't worked. But a lot of that stems from the early part of the match, those little mistakes when he needed to make correct cannons and not incorrect cannons. Cost him dearly. And then before he knew it, Clint had opened up a sizable lead. He's got to pot the red into the bottom right and somehow screw up the table and try and get on the red. But it only goes into, well, 2 pockets, obviously. And maybe a double, but I don't think the double's there. Well, it could be if he pings it wide with pace and it straightens up. It's close though, with that yellow being where it is. Ain't a lot of room there, that's for sure. told you it wasn't a lot in it, and he hasn't made it, and he's left drop-ins for Clint. These are virtual match points. I don't know. Even if you're watching from a hospital bed, you couldn't deny, the fact that it's been a bit of a spectacle, enjoying it. Hope you're all enjoying the action. Clint Hanson's put on quite a show today. Oh, well, that's not in. But where the red is, wow, it'd be some shot of a chop this time, the roof would come off. All the ladies out there, including you, Karen, if you're watching, hope you're enjoying the action. I know it's a male thing, but there's a lot of ladies players who watch pool and play it. Yeah, exactly, Raz. George still calling people mongs. There we go then, just this last couple of yellows. Pretty straightforward stuff, nothing to get too excited about. ABC stuff, the stuff you practiced when you were a kid and an adult growing up in pool, just making these simple finishes time and time again, and when you take that to the match play table. Take it to the match play table and try and do the same, and that's exactly what Clint Hanson's doing. He's just one away now from the finishing post, as you can hear. Scott Mackey. Yeah, he's slowed up proceedings at times today to compose himself, etc., to have the white cleaned, and there's no George Turney going on Raw, the real number one fans. But George, can I ask you a question whilst Clint's left the room? Do you actually believe that you could beat any of these two players for cash? Whilst we've got this opportunity for you to reply on live stream, do you believe you could beat either of these two for, say, 10 grand a man? George, I think maybe when it was at Karl's home venue, this has almost been like a role reversal. It hasn't happened for Karl here, and maybe it did happen for him in the first match, and that's why the score was pretty much the other way round last time round. So maybe give some credit to Clint Jansen. He's a great player, George. You know, there's no denying that. Jack Whelan, Craig Lakin, they'll all tell you the same. Kev, you know, any of the guys on the tour will all tell you the same. You know, Clint Hansen's no slouch, and I'm sure any time, George, and as good as you are with destroy mode, I'm sure Clint Hansen would relish the challenge to come to. Well, in fact, he'd probably relish it. He'd probably say, "I'd come to Dublin to play you." In all honesty, George, I can't speak for him on that one. I'm just sort of hypothetically speaking, but I don't think he'd turn down that challenge, George, if you offered him the game. Carlo, I can't help it. I just wanted to hear his reaction, see if he'd take that game or not. After all, how you doing, fans? A real number one here. Jordan, watch what it was like being at Tom Duffy's circus. Dear, oh dear. George didn't even have to get, for me, George didn't get out of fourth gear. 6-speed box, Evolution, 321 brake horsepower, what I drive. George was still in fourth gear for me, no more. Fourth gear, going on up the RPM counter and realise he doesn't even need to hit the fifth at 125, 128 and the sixth at 145. So he was only in fourth gear, trust me. George would hop off Clint. Well, maybe that's a game for Dublin then. No miss Paul now then. 8 behind, 9 to play. The last time I saw 7 behind and 8 to play, I hate to mention it, was at Derby. My good friend, two good friends, Toby Bolt and Tobias Bolt and Tom Barley played. Couldn't quite believe what happened that night to Tobias, but it happens. But the way Clint's played in this match, with his almost surgeon-like precision at times, taking his time, making sure and everything, very difficult to see that happening here, but you never know, stranger things have happened. No, I doubt it, Dexter, very much. Clint would need to start off. Dear, oh, referee, have a word. Well, you don't have to be the best player to be the most famous. You only have to be the most charismatic and likable character, even if you're not at the top of the game. I think that's what the general feeling is in George's case. He's a good player, in fact, very good player, but maybe not at the top of the game. Thank you.
Yeah.
I just think this is possibly the closing moments here, and if it is, what a performance it's been by Clint Jansen. Karl O'Donoghue has never really, for me, had a sustained period in this match where he's gone into like destroy mode. You know, there's always been that little something to stop him, a try break or maybe a bit of bad luck, but take nothing away from his performance. Sorry, his opponent's performance. That's the message here. Clinical, ruthless, machine-like. The superlatives go on in the way that Clint's played this match at times. You can't take it away from him whether you like him or not. Whether you don't like the fact that he has the white ball cleaned or he takes his time, you have to appreciate the fact that he works damn hard to be the player, you know, that he is over the years, and he's consistent. He's a great tournament player, and he's also a great money match player. And if you look at the players he has lost to, Jesus, you know, wow. He hasn't had one even remotely, close to remotely easy game. They've all been the best of the best type of players. Yeah, Robert Clark. I wouldn't say he gave up, but it was hard when you keep having those dry breaks and you keep having to chase it. It's not easy, and it can break your resolve out there. It really can, because you kind of get to feeling at times, what have I got to do just to have a fair run of the ball when things keep going wrong? Clint's just been solid. Even at 3-1 down, it was just one reverse dish. From there on in, those little mistakes when Karl's been on finishes have cost him dear. Clint's been clinical, surgeon-like. (24-16) real gaming. Left hand side of your screen, and that is probably going to be that, ladies and gentlemen. Yeah, bit of a anticlimax really. Didn't expect 25. McDaddy looks like his £100 gone down the swan. Simple stuff under normal circumstances, and he's making it look simple now under these circumstances. Does he go into the black or does he just drop it in? Nice workmanlike today, just drops it in. Could have played an exhibition shot there where the yellow balls have gone into it, but it doesn't bother. And even now he has the white cleaned on the last black. Unbelievable, but you know what? He's entitled to it, so, you know, why not? Torch F your opponent, it really is. But fair play, Clint Jansen, you know. A long time in the coming, this big win for him here at home in front of his home crowd. And I'm sure you're going to be seeing a lot more of him after the back of this result. That is for sure, that's a promise. Well, ladies and gentlemen, there you go. That's it. Unlucky Karl O'Donoghue. Well done, Clint Jansen. And if anybody's interested, I may go live around the club with my phone. I don't know, but we've missed the moment really because the stream doesn't bring you all the pictures as I do last week at Dublin. But well done to Clint Jansen and unlucky Karl O'Donoghue. It's good afternoon and early evening for me, the Gill Factor. And until the next time, hope you've enjoyed the commentary. And thanks very much for all the nice comments for those of you that have enjoyed the commentary this afternoon. And until the next time, keep it real, enjoy it, and I'll see you all soon, no doubt, at Players, for those of you that come to Lee Kendall series, and for those of you that don't, hope you've enjoyed it. And until the next time, listen guys, take it easy, stay safe, see you later. Somebody made it anyway. What you want about it? It's Karl's line number 2. And honestly, no, you didn't get the kindness of it. You started so brightly as well. You obviously 3-1 up, and that's with you dishing twice, him then having a reverse dish. From there, it just, I don't know, for whatever reason, you both had the issue. The one frame was good. That was at the time when you ran out. planning it right, and the cannon is just going the worst way possible every fucking time, like, and you didn't, I don't think it was,
There goes. Karl, you. Well, look, come on. That's a new cannon match. Never. Two up, 10-4 out. What's the green score? That's the one. I don't think you've played it, but I didn't count. No, that's what I thought. Anyway, from there where you are, and you were so I apologize. You know you're in game. There's times when you're on fire and you're yeah, you know yourself. So you do things good. What are you getting? This man's up. Ed carries me in. Hey, man.
She's in town later on for a few years. She's in town. Hey?
There's no great appetite yet in here.
Hey?
There's no great appetite yet.
No, I don't say.
Whatever I say. see her. You're great, mate.
Oh, this is not fair enough. Joe's one.
Hello, Jack.
Him and Boyle right now would be a good match. At the minute, it probably is. No, that Clint is very good as well.
Yeah, he's good. No, the first half, man.